好, now let's take a look at the grammar of this lesson. Number 1, 我喜欢唱歌、跳舞，还喜欢听音乐。
我喜欢唱歌、跳舞，还喜欢听音乐。
好, let's take a look at these verbs. 唱歌、跳舞、听音乐、打球、看书、请客. All these verbs have a common structure. It is composed of a verb and an object. These words are treated each as a word, and grammatically speaking, they're all verb-object compounds. They are called separable verbs, or sometimes you can call them detachable verbs. They get their name from their ability to separate into two parts, verb part and object part. And you can insert other words in between. Now, Chinese separable verbs have a counterpart in English, like this. So you have check out my new computer and check my computer out. These are called phrasal verbs. The phrasal verbs has two parts, the verb part and the preposition part. Now, these are called separable verbs. They work much the same way in Chinese, except that in Chinese you have verb and object. Separable verbs are just one of the things you can't avoid in Chinese. It is very common in Chinese. You need to understand the structure of separable verbs. Most separable verbs are verb. One might wonder then, why there needs to be a separate category called separable verbs instead of just thinking of them as a verb and an object. Now, there are several reasons to think of them as special verbs. 1, many separable verbs can't be easily translated into other language in a way that makes both the verb and object part clear. So think about 吃饭、跳舞、唱歌. These examples, it's just not easy to think of the objects as a object. Okay, the relationship between the verb and object is very close. So the object of this VO compound it's like a default form of the verb. Now you can use the verb without the object, but when that happens, it means you have a new object that you are going to use to occupy this this place, this position. For example, here, let's take a look at these four words. 打球、跳舞、看书、请客. Now you can separate them like this and insert with grammatical elements, such as this one. 打什么球? Play what kind of ball. 跳了舞. Now in the future you're going to learn this is the completed action. You have danced. 跳了舞. 看中国书. To read Chinese book. And 请一次课. Now especially this one. If you 请客 is to invite someone to do something. If I want to say I want to invite Bai Ying to dinner, you have to drop this 课 and put Bai Ying here. So you have to say 请白英爱. So the key to use separable verbs correctly is to remember that they are verb and object constructs. And then we are going to see this a lot in the future. So for now, just remember they are separable, and you can insert different grammatical elements between the verb and object. 好, next. 你周末喜欢做什么?
白英爱，你周末喜欢做什么?
So, 周末 is a time word. Now, what you need to put the time word before the verb or after the subject. Now, since we learn 时候 in this lesson, I would like to add 什么时候 into your vocabulary list. 什么时候 means when. 好 so here, if you say 白英爱喜欢打球 add time word. 白英爱周末喜欢打球 She likes to play ball on weekends. Now, what time does she like to play ball? 白英爱什么时候喜欢打球 Next, this is 李友。李友请客。李友 treat someone. 李友 tomorrow. 李友明天请客。She's gonna treat someone tomorrow. When is she gonna treat someone? 李友什么时候请客？高文忠和白英爱去看外国电影。They're going to watch a foreign movie. When? 高文忠和白英爱明天晚上去看外国电影。They're going to watch a foreign movie tomorrow night. Okay, now you want to ask when are they going to do this? So you say, 高文忠和白英爱什么时候去看外国电影？什么时候 when? Next, 我和我的男朋友喜欢听音乐。I and my boyfriend like to listen to music. When? 我和我的男朋友周末晚上喜欢听音乐。We like to listen to music on the weekend evening. 好 make this into a question. 你和你的男朋友什么时候喜欢听音乐？ So, when do you and your boyfriend like to listen to music? 好 so now the rule is you put your time word before the verb. And that's something you need to remember. This is the Chinese word order. Next, 我周末常常看电影。常常 is a time word too. Now it means often. It goes before the verb. So 常常. Now the question is, something 常常 verb 吗? Now remember, if you say do not often do something, please use 不常. Don't say 不常常. Instead, please say 不常. Now, let's take a look at the example. 他的中文很好，因为 his Chinese is good because 因为他看中国电影。好 he watched Chinese movie. How about he watched Chinese movie very often? 他常常看中国电影。我很喜欢高文忠，因为 I like 高文忠 because 因为他请我吃晚饭。Add 常常 before your verb. 因为他常常请我吃晚饭。Now you may ask, 你为什么喜欢高文忠？ Now you can say, 我很喜欢高文忠，因为他常常请我吃晚饭。Next. 他的中国歌很好。Her Chinese songs are good. 因为他唱中国歌。She sings Chinese songs? But how? Oh, 因为他常常唱中国歌。Why is her Chinese song good? 她的中国歌为什么很好？她的中国歌很好，因为她常常唱中国歌。